Liverpool Fan in Japan.
Hello YouTube, Liverpool Fan in Japan here, the Miyazaki Man Si. Let's have a look at Arne Slot's slot machines tactically and in terms of formations and in terms of what he's trying to achieve with the team for next season. And it's super exciting because if everything in the rumour mill is to be believed, Fabrizio Romano, David Ornstein, Paul Joyce, etc. Actually, I want to bring a new name, Christian Folk, right, at Build, right? He's a mouthpiece for Bayern Munich. However, any news associated with Bayern Munich, Florian Wirtz, for example, then we're all ears. And he says there's only two legitimate clubs in for Florian Wirtz, Bayern Munich and Liverpool. Liverpool spoke with Wirtz's family last week. I don't know what Sky Sports are on about. He definitely met up in Blackpool thereabouts. We had talks with his family, and that's super important because Florian Wirtz will be influenced by his family to make his next move. Bayer Leverkusen want 126 million pounds, 150 million euros thereabouts. That's actually the fee quoted for Bayern Munich. Who knows what the actual fee quoted for Liverpool is? Actually, we might know because they're going to give a significant discount because they would prefer that he moves to Liverpool rather than Bayern Munich. Now, it won't be too much of a discount in all honesty because they want the highest value, but it's somewhat of a kicker losing Zé Roberto, losing Michael Ballack to your rivals Bayern Munich and seeing them dominating the local league. They would love Wirtz if he was open to moving to Liverpool, to move abroad, then they won't have to face him in the league itself. And that would be a big bonus. We already have a good relationship with them, having done well by them with the Jeremie Frimpong deal, because by all means, we probably made a contribution above and beyond 35 million euros, 30 million pounds, just as a thank you, as a camaraderie kind of thing to build that rapport between the two clubs. We probably gave him a little 1 or 2 million bonus thereabouts to smooth the relations for a potential Florian Wirtz deal. Now, Florian Wirtz, having spoken to the family, apparently Michael Edwards, according to Christian Volk, has jetted off to FSG to meet John W. Henry in person in America because he's old school and he does all of the big transactions in person. He wants to be convinced by Michael Edwards. Michael Edwards has chartered his private jet in some of their Mario stars, that kind of thing, right? He's probably invincible right now, feeling absolutely Super Saiyan. That's a Dragon Ball Z reference, anime Ichiban, #1. So he's gone over into America, and apparently, by all means, it's been a short meeting because John W. Henry has said, I don't know what they're smoking over there at Bayern Munich, but he's our man to lead the Liverpool team for the next 6, 7, 8 years at least. They want to build him as a centerpiece of the team. And I have shown you the formation. Oh, I'm going to show you the formation on the formation builder on the canvas board with Kerkez, Frimpong, and Wirtz in mind. Now, keeping in mind that Conor Bradley has a legitimate claim for the right back slot, but let's put Frimpong in there for the X factor and for a bit of fun, right? So let's get into it. But before we do, a tasty, delicious 69% of you subscribed, watch my videos week in, week out, day in, day out, because I make them regularly, right? Just for you guys. But 31% of you watching my videos haven't subscribed yet. This is a channel of substance and abundance. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe right now. Smash the like button. It really helps this channel. Drop a comment down below as well. Helps the YouTube algorithm. Help this channel get seen. We're on the way to 10,000. Domo arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you so much. We're having a great time over here in Miyazaki Japan with the family from the UK. And I appreciate all of you guys, the Liverpool Fan in Japan family, LFIJ, forever Ichiban, Miyazaki Man. I usually do at the end, but we are the best right now. Let's get into the tactics board. Anyone doubting Florian Wirtz's credentials, right? Let me just reel off some of the statistics for you. 69 goal contributions in 2 seasons. Wow. Bundesliga Player of the Year last year. Absolute future of the German international team. A better version of Kai Havertz, up there with Jamal Musiala as well. All the biggest teams after him: Bayern Munich, Manchester City, Liverpool, Real Madrid, having been linked as well, right? He's of the top shelf, top caliber. We're not afraid to spend the big bucks. We did bid for Caicedo. Klopp actually gave you all the spoilers in the interview. He said, we bid him, we got a bid accepted. For some reason, they didn't want to come. So that, throws out the window that, we only bid for clout or whatever. Now, I'm just going to pen in the existing players for now in their positions this season. And you're going to see how we evolve next season, especially because you saw against Brighton, right? Gravenberch actually became the halfback, the anchor man, going in between Van Dijk and Konate. Where have we seen that before, right? Senor Kloppo. Now, I'm just going to put Gakpo here. It could be Lucho Diaz. We know that Mo Salah will definitely start. In fact, Chiesa may have a bigger part to play if he stays, because who actually take him on the 140k wages in Italy, right? He have to take a wage cut, and he actually has finally got fit to prove himself. It's just a shame that he hasn't been utilised so much this season as well. 22-year-old Florian Wirtz, striker. Let's throw him up there. Now, he may not play as an out-and-out striker, but look, there's method to the madness here. Keep in mind that Arne's not mentioned, he's a big fan of PSG system with a flying fullbacks and 3 wingers up front, interchanging as well. Hello, that could be a useful one. I think 3-4-1-2 or 3-4-2-1 with dual 10s is the name of the game next season. And I'm going to show you how it works. Kicker and Build, the German tabloids, have heavily linked Liverpool to Florian Wirtz and says we're right in there between us and Bayern Munich, and that's all I want to hear. As long as we're in it to win it, in it for a biscuit, risk it for a biscuit, right? That's all I want to hear, because we're the cream of the crop. The cream of the crop! Well said, Macho Man. Double figures of goals and assists in the past 2 seasons. 16 goals, 16 assists this season. Wowzers. That is amazing for Wirtz, and he can connect the dots up front. Now, what do we think will happen, right? So Gravenberch, obviously, deeper, Maka, Szoboszlai in that kind of shape this season. We saw against Brighton, Gravenberch goes into this position here. Now, Frimpong, I keep saying, will start in the right wing-back slot, okay? That means Konate has to shift over naturally. Van Dijk has been sweeping behind these two for now, but Kerkez will start higher up in the line of 6. What you're going to see is Van Dijk, Gravenberch and Konate form that threesome right there. Konate will split, Gravenberch will split, because we invite the pressure, we invite the press, and Gravenberch is the silkiest at turning around to lay off to Konate, who'll turn and lay it off to Frimpong. Frimpong will put it back into the middle, where Szoboszlai or Maka will be in here, and off you go. You can play the laterals. We know that Arne Slot likes to play the laterals. That just means going sideways. You always have the options for here, here, and here. What you notice in this kind of formation, right, and I'm drawing it right here, is the availability of the triangles in the Dutch system. The triangles in the Dutch system, in the Johan Cruyff Dream Team system, right? The triangles exist all the time. But in an Arne Slot system, the laterals must also exist. And now you can see the shape we're going to employ right here. Now, whether this is a 1 and a 2 and 2 and a 1 depends on 2 things. In a congested midfield battle and where we need a creativity breakthrough, Wirtz is the ideal number 10 playing the Bobby Firmino role, because he doesn't necessarily have to turn and spin the man. Now, he could do it, because you've got 2 centre-backs, potentially 3 centre-backs. One of them will have to come out to him. You can't give him space to turn, but just laying it off here allows the other side to advance, and then you spin, If there's the potential to go out wide, sure. If there's potential to hit through straight away, then you go there, because he has to cover there. Then you've got players on the whips here, which allows the overload. You have the right-sided offense here. Everyone goes towards this side, which is the switch of play. Whether you hit it direct, which we haven't done so much, we could do, or you switch it quickly this way, and then you have your 2v1 on the other side with Kerkez overlapping as well to whip it in, or play it back for inside to shoot around the outside. So there's so many options, but I really believe we're looking to employ this kind of shape, and it'll probably be a 1 and a 2 in the first instance, because Wirtz is ideal in that fulcrum, in that position, playing against your Rodri, playing against your deep lying playmaker, defensive player of the opposition, whether it's a Declan Rice, whether it's a Zubamendi. How tasty would that be, right? Because what you actually have in this position is look here, you have your triangle as well. When Kerkez inverts, you have your triangle with Wirtz, you have your Szoboszlai, that looks more like a square. You have your triangle there, and this is a scary triangle, because Frimpong on the underlap or the overlap is frightening. You have the triangle with Salah as well, the mini triangle, inverted triangle, with Frimpong dominating the outside. How can you stop him, and how can you put your 2 men on Salah, as I mentioned last video, when you have a rampaging Frimpong and Konate backing up Szoboszlai? This is pace, Tekers, acceleration. This line is closed off, and I love to see it, because in the absence of Trent Alexander-Arnold, that line is closed off, so you don't even need to worry about Frimpong defensively. The only place we worry about Frimpong, if he gets caught out, if somehow we transition the balls on the left-hand side, we lose the ball on the left-hand side, and they switch it, and play a ball in behind, but he's got the recovery pace. So no worries at all, as has Konate, as has Szoboszlai. So that right-hand side is looking super secure. And then you add to the mix Salah, who's top of the diamond, because this is diamond. Let's make it a nice little shiny Pikachu diamond there for Mo Salah. We have 2 playmakers in Wirtz and Salah in the dual 10s. What about that? We have Maka, which is the square. We have this power cube square. I'm not talking about Shaqiri, even though he's having a great season, right? The power cube Shaqiri. We have long shooters in Wirtz, long shooters in Gakpo. We have an overlap in Kerkez, so we can now overload the left-hand side with Dyke stepping in, and Maka will be a rotational player as well. If you wanted to overload the box, right, who of this lot is going to go through? Gakpo being the dummy runner, but Wirtz is a fantastic late runner. In fact, he's probably the best late runner in world football. Frank Lampard style, Ricardo Kaká style, right? Ricky Kaká, AC Milan prime, Ballon d'Or winner. He is going to get in and amongst the goals, and the team will be built around his rotations because Salah and Wirtz allow Gakpo to get in there, Frimpong to get in there. And what do you have here? You have the most offensive press ever. How are you going to beat that line? Running in a straight line back to goal, running in a straight line back to goal, running in a straight line, right? Ball, players, engine, techers, tenacity, play making, functional. Wow, that makes me horny. Ornstein. Announce it, Ornstein. Miso Orny. We love miso in Japan. It's okay. Miso soup. It's good for the soul. There's a book called Miso for the Soul as well. So, I love it. Gakpo, the dummy runner, also the poacher, right? The poacher. When you're playmaking in around this side, who do you want lurking thereabouts? It's Gakpo. Wirtz making the run. He can make the diversion run as well. Gakpo can be on the outside. Ball coming across. Hello. Ball coming back. Slid into Gakpo there. Hello. Oh, Gakpo's gone. Gakpo, get over here. That's Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. Okay. So that's why. Let's reset this. We've gone a bit crazy there. We always go crazy. It's time to be crazy. It's a great time to be a red. Liverpool fans, you'll never walk alone. It really means something unless you choose to leave on a free, in which case you walk alone out of the stadium, no longer a Liverpool player. Thank you for the memories. Okay, so that is the system that I imagine, right? From the 4-3-3 going to the half-back position, splitting Van Dijk and Konate and Gravenberch, because Gravenberch in a pinch can go back to Alisson Becker, who forms a triangle again. And he can chip it out to a Frimpong or chip it out to a Kerkez. Kerkez, I believe, will fall in more in the line of 6. We might even see this or this in the last game because Sobosai did a good run of play. And then, hello, you have Maka in the 10, Wirtz in the 10, and then you have 2 inside forwards. So we play with the cube again. But they can play outside the box because Salah, as a predominant playmaker, can wait for the Wirtz underlap and wait for the Frimpong overlap. Hello. You don't need to do it yourself, Salah. And if they fail, who's going to be lurking there or thereabouts for any spillages? Hello. Oh, hello. Gakpow. And recycle the ball. Who are we going to recycle? Kerkez. Off you go. Sobosai, off you go. Who's going to be backing? It's Van Dijk, Konate, and Gravenberch. Oh. And you know, in an emergency pinch, right? If you have Maka taking the corner in here and they're not doing it, off you go, son. Ball. Pang! We have goal scorers all over the pitch, right? Pointing to the sky. What a guy. Alisson Becker plays the guitar. So, Wirtz completes the system. We don't need that out-and-out striker. I don't think, from our links at the moment, I'm just going to change this Conor Bradley for now. I don't think Arne Slot particularly rates striking options, whether it's Benjamin Sesko, Hugo Ekitike, Alexander Isak, who is, without a doubt, quality, right? And he does fit the system because he will drift out to the left, which means Kerkez can stay more infield and overlapping numbers, and you're going to get this kind of system with Bradley overlapping, or on this position here, Bradley underlapping, because give and go, Salah goes out wide, that gap, that lateral straight line where he's giving it the ball, give and go, take it on the run. He's so hard to stop. And it's amazing that now in world football, we have maybe the 2 best fullbacks alongside Hakimi in getting into this area here. Bradley and Frimpong are masters of getting into the area. And Wirtz will be connecting the lines. But don't think that Wirtz won't go on alone. He will take the ball, hold it up. Gakpo makes a diversion run, he'll cut inside and he'll blast it himself. Or he'll play the cute through ball into a rampaging Conor Bradley. Or he'll go into that line, reverse to Salah, who can play make from there. Szoboszlai is very good at making that dummy run as well. When he does make that dummy run, Salah plays him blind. Szoboszlai runs across and I just smashes it across. And then you're hoping someone finishes it. Kerkez has a mischievously good shot as well. So that's really, really good. And for Gravenberch and Maka to recycle possession, I'm loving every moment of it. Now, can the other players do any particular role, right? Virgil van Dijk is absolutely important, as is Konate for covering the whips as well. Conor Bradley is very good at staying defensively on the 6th line while it's going crazy on that line as well. you could see this formation tight as well. When we're encouraging teams to cross where we think we can clear our lines and counter-attack, I would not be surprised to see a very, very tight-knit unit there, very, very tight-knit unit encouraging the play out wide. Now, when they go out wide with the ball here, that's when you crush, and where they're going to go from here. We only concede when they manage to wiggle it out here, play a square ball here, and somehow get in behind a fullback who's high up, right? So if a player gets in behind here, Konate's pulled across. Where's the threat? Is if this guy beats these players on the run, the ball gets transitioned over there and is across the back here for a shot, or shot back where it came from, or header where it came from, or sliding where it came from. We seem to concede that goal a few times, which is why I think Gravenberch is more likely to settle in there and allow the extra widths and play almost libero, Beckenbauer sweeper-esque, inviting the press, Szoboszlai deep, Kerkez deep, Bradley in that line there, allowing them to do what they want. Wirtz coming to be the extra midfield man in the 10, in the congested area, playing it first time to Bradley or to Kerkez, who rampage past a player. Now, whether they come infield or not will be determined by the positioning of the other players. If they come infield, you're expecting Gakpo to hold the width or Salah to hold the width as well. Give, underlap, go. That means Wirtz will have to be the outside player for Salah to come in, and you see whether they're going to go laterally or up there as well. But this is very, very much a Dutch fluid WM 3-2-3-2 2-3-2-3 style of play, with the halfback facilitating everything, imagining that they are all total footballers. Curtis Jones is comfortable on the ball as well. I think he'll be a rotation option. I think we will get a fast winger. Lucho Diaz can pick up the ball in half space here, allowing Kerkez to overlap more so. But the emphasis will be on the fullbacks. The emphasis will absolutely be on the fullbacks to make a difference, like Hakimi, Nuno Mendes of PSG. And I don't think we'll get an out-and-out striker. We will use a creative forward who can play in the 10, who can play out wide and create in that kind of mold, which is why we're not going for Liam Delap. I'd be surprised if we went for Gyökeres. Sesko isn't it either. Ekitike somewhat can do it, but he's a little bit unpredictable. Ups and downs, isn't quite the finished product yet. Isak can do it, but he's an injury-prone, groin muscular injury, expensive signing who Newcastle just won't sell, right? For pride more than anything, and also won't dump money for an injury-prone player. Wirtz is him is everything. Julian Alvarez can do the Wirtz role, but Wirtz is a better late runner. Julian Alvarez is a better presser. Maybe Julian Alvarez is better in and around the box, but Wirtz is a better connector, a better playmaker, better assist maestro. Julian Alvarez is Premier League proven, but he doesn't like England. Hard to get Atletico Madrid. I'll take Wirtz because he is a statement signing and could be the maestro, could be the talisman. He could even be in the Ballon d'Or running. Forget Trent. Trent will never be in the Ballon d'Or running. But yeah, that's my take. I think it will be 3-4-1-2 new season with Gravenberch in here, Van Dijk, Konate, splitting Kerkez in the line of 6. 3, your 4, your 1, and your 2 in that position, with big emphasis on fullbacks contributing to the play in underlaps, in playmaking positions, because they form, you got to remember that they form the triangles in every position. They form the triangles in every position, the fullbacks. So wherever they are on the pitch, they're expected to form the triangles. That's a diamond cutter, DDP. Bang. Yep. And they're going to be chasing shadows, because where's our striker? He ain't there until he is there. And they're all there. And when they're all there, celebration time, because we're going to score a goal. Make sure you like this video. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the videos. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. 3,000 views concurrently, consecutively, back to back. Let's do it again. I'd love to hear your ideas for the formation next season. It looked like Slot is really keen on those dual 10s, those dual playmakers. And we'll have a shadow striker or roaming striker or Romdeuter, Thomas Müller finally leaving Bayern Munich as well. They got Harry Kane. They don't need Wirtz. Can't afford Wirtz. Come to Liverpool, baby. Florian Wirtz. You'll never walk alone. Cool. Until next time, Jane means ciao.